What's going on, guys? PlayBox here. We're back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. In this one, I just want to give my final thoughts, basically a review of the whole anniversary as a whole, basically. We are currently, or I guess by the time you're guys watching this, it is going to be July 20th, so this is most likely going to be the final reset for the anniversary, so the final week ahead is going to be the last week of the anniversary, and I'm pretty sure this is probably our longest anniversary ever. They, for the first time, have decided to do 3 parts to this anniversary, and it's stretched out for a very long time. Don't forget, this started on May 30th or May 29th, extended all the way through June, and then pretty much more than halfway through July, so a very long celebration. Usually, I think part 2 banners of last year came out around July 6th, and then second anniversary we had those anniversary rising. We're going to be taking a look at the banners here in a couple seconds across all the anniversaries. So those ones were, I believe, around July as well, the final anniversary rising. And then for the first year anniversary, we actually just had the first 2 banners, so we only had 1 part and that's it. So they've been pretty much stepping it up with the parts here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's a good thing, by the way. But like I said, we're going to be going through these summons, all the new characters, all that stuff a bit later on. So what I want to do is basically go through everything that we've gotten for this anniversary, and just basically going through it, see what the pros and cons of it are, and just giving my overall thoughts on it. Now, before we begin, I know a lot of people have been very vocal about how this anniversary has taken place, myself included. I think I made a couple videos on my thoughts just during the anniversary, and it obviously has been the majority of them has been overwhelmingly negative. There's very few positives, honestly, to take away from this anniversary. But like I said, we're just gonna be going through everything we got and kind of comparing from our previous experiences. I don't have any of the events from the last couple of anniversaries pulled up, but I'm just gonna try to reminisce and think how they were handled. So it might not be completely accurate, but I'll just go based off of my own memory. So we're just gonna go. Should we just start from the bottom? I'm pretty sure the bottom is where it has all the older stuff. So okay, so you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna start from the top. So thanks for 4 years Dragon Ball Legends 4th anniversary. So let's see. Okay, so for the first event, we did get the Greatest Showdown and Transcendent Limit Break. So this is something they'd like to do for every single anniversary, where they release a little special story event where they kind of incorporate all the new characters inside the story event, and they kind of interact with each other. You do some events, battles and stuff. There's some cool cutscenes. So this obviously is a very fun, exciting little event that they release every year, and I'm glad they do keep bringing it back, because it is very, it's pretty cool, right? You get to see characters that don't really interact with each other, interacting with each other. So the dialogues are cool, the cutscenes are very cool. First anniversary got the blue Goku and Vegeta interacting with Super Vegeta, which was really cool. Second anniversary, we had what was it? Super Saiyan 4 Goku Rage Trunks against Merge Zamasu and Omega Shenron, and then VB coming in and just like wiping the floor with them. That was really cool. Third anniversary, we had, I believe it was what was it? I think it was like the Super Saiyan 4's Vegeta and Goku fighting off the Merge Zamasu, and then Vegito Blue comes out of nowhere and then lets them fuse into Gogeta 4 and fights them off, which is really cool. And then this one we had Ultra Instinct Saiyan Goku fighting Jiren, and then Gogeta Blue fighting Broly, and then that whole scenario was mixed up. Jiren fighting Broly, Gogeta Blue fighting Jiren, all that stuff was really cool. And then we got the cutscene with MUI Goku and stuff like that. So these events are always welcome. They should always drop in, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be dropping them for every anniversary. So that's a plus for us. Ultras, we're going to skip the banners. We're going to talk about that later. Thanks for 4 years. This is something they do also pretty much every year, where they give you some free summons. 400 summons in total, so 40 multis basically. That's 40 multis, right? 40 multis. So that's good. Nothing to complain there. The roster of units, it's fairly decent. Yeah, Revival Go, Frieza, which is good. Revival Gohan is decent. You had some pretty good characters and a couple LFs, so nothing to complain about. That's free summons. Something you'll notice with the events, or quote-unquote events, during this anniversary is a lot of these stuffs are free things, like these tickets. We got a lot of summon tickets. There's a lot of free things that was given to us which is a good thing, right? They gave us a lot of free stuff, and honestly, this might be the most free items that we've gotten across any anniversary. I could be wrong on that, but it feels like we did get a lot of free stuff, and that might be good on paper. This might be what they kind of considered content for them, I guess. Like, they might have thought that, you know, giving us all this free stuff was a good thing, but, you know, they've hyper focused on all this free stuff and then kind of lacked a bit on the other stuff, such as, you know, story events, just regular events and stuff like that, right? So I don't know. It's a good thing that we got a lot of this free stuff, but, you know, this could have been focused on something else during the anniversary. So again, some free tickets. This is very good. You get basically two Legends Limited units. If you log in for 10 days, I think it was 2, right? Get summon ticket that guaranteed 1L for every 10 days you log in, and I believe it would log in for 40 minutes and get up to 4. Oh no, it was 4 actually. Yeah, it was 4 Legends Limited units. So that was actually really good. 4 Legends Limited units. You know, you can get one of any of these units, so that was really good. Login bonuses, nothing too crazy. I think they gave us not one free multi. You had to pay for the multi for this banner, but the rest was paid. 2 anniversary packs, nothing crazy there. This is the banner. Yeah, you get, I think, 1 multi that you had to pay for, I mean, you had to summon with actual chrono crystals. So it's whatever, to be honest. Okay, so then we get to PvP. The PvP seasons, man, have been actually some of the worst PvP experiences that not only me, but many people have experienced. And this is solely because of the double RP in conjunction with a 3-week long PvP season. Double RP on it in itself is not something many people like. It forces you to grind a lot more because everyone's getting a lot more RP. So, you know, the ranking will obviously get higher. So you would have to play a bit more to get your, you know, top 10k, top 1k rewards, which isn't a bad thing. You know, incentivizing people to play more is not a bad thing, right? But then when you couple it with a 3-week long season, it just makes it so miserable because you have to constantly be checking your ranking, constantly be playing. It just wasn't a great experience overall. And not only did they do it once, they did it twice, and that second one is currently ended, or by the time you're watching it has ended. Thankfully, hopefully there isn't another one announced. I don't know. I haven't checked the news of that or anything, but hopefully there's not another one. That would be ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure they made it 2 weeks, 2 PP seasons, 3 week long to kind of cover the whole anniversary. They could have made 2 weeks PvP season, but if they did that, actually the rewards might have been actually less because they doubled up on the rewards, giving us 2k for top 10k placements, so that would be 4k. So if they did 3 2-week long seasons, that would have been just 3k. So something to think about. So we're getting an extra 1k CC in that. So there is some ups and downs to it, but I think overall it was probably not the greatest experience. So that's one thing to keep note of, right? Then we get the free-to-play event, Let's Go Universe 7, where we're able to get free-to-play Krillin, Goku, and Tien up to 14 stars. Now, you know, after these guys dropped, you know, people used them for the first week and then they threw them out of the window. Similarly to a lot of these free-to-play units, only a couple of them do actually make it to their main teams and actually use consistently, right? Like the free-to-play Trunks, the Gogeta that we'll talk about, I guess, a bit later, but he was a very good addition, and some prior additions, right? I always say this, if they're gonna make a free-to-play unit, you might as well make them somewhat viable. Like, the standard for free-to-play units should be like the free-to-play Trunks. They should be like the purple Gogeta. They should be like the Kid Buu, like the yellow Rose, the red 21. They should be at that level, because if they're not at that level, then no one's going to be using them. Like, these units are basically very, very below that level. So no one's going to be using these units in PvP, right? So it's just something to grind, something to label as content for people. But at the end of the day, it's just something that you're going to have to just go through it once, and then you just do daily stages to get the freaking Z power. It's nothing really that crazy, right? So it was a good addition, but it's nothing crazy. 4th anniversary medals. This is fine. There was a lot of stuff you can get. Multi Z power, slot remover is really good. This you could have easily you got also 4k CC from the missions if you get 400 of these medals, which is really good. So nothing really to complain about. Maybe if the rewards were a bit better in the actual exchange shop. I think there's a I think, was it only one multi Z power? They could have probably given a couple more of these 100 multi Z powers. But you know, overall, it's something. It's a good addition, right? I think a lot in the beginning of the week, or the beginning of the anniversary, a lot of people grinded co-op to get these medals, because for whatever reason they weren't dropping that. They weren't dropping very highly on the raids. I think the best way was to get them through the co-op mission. So a lot of co-op. So a lot of people were just grinding co-op mindlessly, getting these things. But if you played co-op like somewhat consistently throughout the anniversary, you would be able to get, most likely able to get all the medals required for the 4K CC and for this for these rewards here. So that's fine. And here they pretty much highlight the 4K CC. You're also getting Dragon Balls from the Shenron summon. This I don't think was a good idea. They shouldn't have put these Dragon Balls in this mission. They should have just left those Dragon Balls strictly through the QR code scanning, because it basically forced you to grind up the co-op to get these medals so you can get these Dragon Balls, which wasn't really that great. So next time they should just keep these Dragon Balls to the QR code. Then we got the login bonus, fine. Adventures, nothing crazy there. Shenron, always welcome. Comes out every year. Really good. HOIPOI. Now the HOIPOI, this is something that has always bugged me with these HOIPOI coins, is that they don't, for whatever reason, they don't have the HOIPOI drop for PvP. Like, I don't get why they wouldn't include some sort of HOIPOI drop rate when you play PvP. We all know PvP is their biggest selling point, right? It's the main aspect of the game. So I don't know why they wouldn't like kind of incentivize you to play PvP and get these HOIPOI coins. It would have made the grind much easier. But no, instead, the best way to get these HOIPOI coins was through co-op, because even the raid, the HOIPOIs weren't dropping that much. So the best way was to play co-op, which is obviously everyone's favorite game mode. So it wasn't very pleasant. But I do think they should have. I do think they should have incorporated some more Legends Limited multi Z power into this HOIPOI. The only thing they added here was the multi Z power at step 9. So once you pass all the steps after getting 800 HOIPOI coins, you're at step 9 where you can get multi Z power. And the rate for the multi Z power is like, I forgot what it was, but it's like a ridiculous number. It's like 100 times rarer than than pulling an ultra rarity character. So it was just ridiculous. Like literally 1 out of 1,000,000 people would get that multi Z power. So you might as well just not even add it in the first place. Should have done it similarly to the 3rd anniversary where they first introduced HOIPOI, where after summoning on it for like a set amount of times, either like, you know, using 1,000 HOIPOIs, you would get your guaranteed 600 Legends Limited multi Z power. Even if they did that just once, that would have been good. But no, they decided not to do that. Instead, they let you try your best to get one out of with the pull rate of 0.00005% chance. Like it was just dumb. But you know, overall, HOIPOI is a good system. You know, it's, you just play stuff and you get these currencies, and this currency allows you to summon and get some free resources, right? So it's nothing crazy, but it is there's some stuff they could have added to make it a lot better. So so that's that. Oh yeah, you also had the equipment. You had to grind it out to get a fully slotted out equipment for the anniversary raid to get your additional anniversary raid medal. So it kind of once again forced you to play co-op to grind out the equipment, because you want to have the equipment fully slotted out so you can start grinding raids. So it was just a weird system the way they implemented it. I don't know. So let's keep going. Co-op, everyone's favorite game mode. World Challenge Raid. Now, the challenge, the anniversary raids, right? We had 3 during the whole anniversary, 1 for each part. The latter 2 was obviously a bit better because they took into account the feedback that they got from the first one. For those of you who don't know, the first anniversary raid was absolutely horrendous. It was just disgusting. Like, it's insane that they would actually implement such a system. You pretty much, I'm pretty sure you guys already know about it. Literally every content creator made a video on it. But basically what they did is you would have to pull MUI Goku or UI Goku a certain amount of times for you to be able to get a guaranteed drop of the anniversary raid medal. It wasn't enough just to have MUI Goku. Actually, was it just MUI Goku? Or I think having a 2-star MUI Goku or 3-star MUI Goku wouldn't even guarantee you a anniversary raid medal. I could be wrong on that, but I think I could be wrong. I kind of forgot about it, but you had to basically have a higher starred MUI Goku to actually start guaranteeing yourself some anniversary raid medal. If you were unlucky and didn't pull UI Goku, you were not guaranteed to get a single raid medal per run. That's absolutely insane. No matter who the player is, if you complete a raid battle run, you should be guaranteed at the very least one anniversary raid medal or one raid medal. Like, no question whatsoever. That should even be something that they, think about. Like, that should be automatic, right? Now, thankfully, they took the feedback into account and made it so that if you use any of the free-to-play units or any units during this anniversary that was released during this anniversary, so that includes all the free-to-play units, all the summonable units, if you use any one of those and you complete the raid battle, you will be guaranteed an anniversary raid medal. And then from there on, if you had higher limit breaks on the new characters, if you had the new characters, you would get bonuses on top of that. That's fine. If you want to incentivize people to summon by making the new characters gain more medals, that's fine, but don't make it so that you need the new summonable units to guarantee yourself a anniversary raid medal. That is not the way to go. So thankfully they did fix that for the second and third raid, so that's good. And actually, these raids, the reward were actually very, very good. For those of you who don't know, they gave out 1,000 erasers in the exchange shop, just by playing raids. So that was a gold mine of slot removers for you to equip to upgrade your equipment and having as the best equipment possible, right? So that was really nice. Obviously you had to grind the raid, but if you're willing to grind the raid, you're rewarded with some pretty nice rewards, especially those slot removers. And of course the 1k CC, which is given for every raid, is always a plus. But those erasers, man, those were really good, and I'm expecting them to be here for the upcoming raid that should be dropping, or is already dropped by now. Also, one thing to add, they did put in the 600 Legends Limited Z power in each raid, and an additional 100, so 700 Legends Limited multi Z power in each of the raids. So that's 2100 Z power for Legends Limited. That is a very good. So that is a very good reward. So although the first raid was terrible in terms of execution, they fixed it in the second and third raid and made it very good with very, very good rewards. So the raids after the first one, 2 thumbs up for me. So let's keep going here. Extreme Battle. So Extreme Battle this was literally the only unique event they dropped throughout this whole anniversary. And even then, it's not really unique because it's just one stage you do every day. It's just so stupid. It was basically time gated for you to do an event every single day, and it just felt like lackluster. You get this 10% Legends Limited ticket every day, which is actually good. I did pull up a couple of LFs there, so it's just overall, it just felt kind of useless since you just do it once and that's it. It took like 3 minutes, but it is what it is. And it obviously is much easier if you have the newer units. If you don't have the newer units, it's actually somewhat difficult. So another thing where they incentivize you to pull the new units, which again isn't a terrible thing, but it's still kind of whatever. Legends Anniversary Tuesday. This is obviously very good. Every Tuesday you get these coins and you can exchange it for some multi Z power and some chrono crystals. Nothing to say about that. Overall, great addition, right? Just a nice little bonus. Equipment shop. They did release, I believe, 2 platinum equipments, Broly and Kid Buu. Broly is still like whatever. He's good. He's better, of course, but he's not like overly crazy. Like Cell was when he got his perfect equipment or unique equipment, or like Gogeta. But he did get it. Same thing with Kid Buu. Nothing too crazy there. Then they just released a bunch of these old units, old events with nothing crazy there. And then main story mode, progress support campaign. Once again, another year has passed and we did not get a new form for Shallot. It has been 2 years since Shallot got his God form back in the 2nd anniversary, and since then there has been no update to his character, which is completely ridiculous. Like, do they not want people to use this guy in PvP anymore? Like, when this guy gets a new form, he becomes a threat in PvP. When he got his Super Saiyan 3 form, he was a Z tier character, believe it or not. When he got his God form, he was a high S tier to low Z tier character. So when he gets a new form, they actually make him good, and he's actually viable in PvP. So I don't know why they're waiting on releasing this guy's new form. It's been 2 years. I don't know what they have planned for this. It just makes no sense. I don't expect him to get a form during Legends Festival. I think they might, you know, save it for the next anniversary. But it's getting kind of annoying. The story is getting kind of repetitive. They really need to spice it up with the story, man. But that's pretty much it for all the events. So now let's talk about the characters. I want to quickly go through this because I just realized how long this video has been going for. But basically, quickly going through the summons. So we had 3 banners for this anniversary. We had the MUI Goku Vegeta. We got, where is it? Dragonfist Goku and Tapion. And we got Ultra Vegito. That's it. That's 5 new characters across the whole anniversary, which is 3 parts. Now let's go over to the first anniversary. So, oops, not this. Not this. Okay, here. First anniversary. We only had 2 banners. If you want, you can even include this Ultra Space Time if you really wanted to, because it still lines up with the same time frame of the current anniversary, like July 2nd. Like July 2nd right now is still, you know, the anniversary, right? So if you really wanted to, you can include it, but I'm not going to include it because it's not really an anniversary banner. So we only had 2 banners, 1, 2, 3 units, 1, 2, so 5 units. 5 units from part 1 across the whole anniversary, similarly to this anniversary. Let's move on to second anniversary. Again, 2 banners for part 1, so that's 5 units, 1 LF and 2 Sparkings on each one, so 5 LFs. Then we got an anniversary Rising banner with Super Kaioken Goku and Pikkon. And then we got another anniversary Rising banner with a new Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Goku. That's 2 here, 2 here, and 5 there. 9 new characters. 9 new characters. And these are not just like random characters. Maybe these 2 were kind of trash. Super Kaioken was actually pretty good on release. But these are not some random units. This guy, Vegeta, was very, very good Z tier option. This guy aged poorly, but on release he was pretty good. Zamasu Z tier, VB best unit in the game by a long shot. Super Saiyan 4 Goku was decent. Omega Shenron was really good. Rage Trunks was really good. All of the units were very good except for Pikkon. This was, in terms of unit, it was very, very good. Unfortunately, Vegeta Blue was kind of a bit overwhelming, but just like the unit's quality was very, very good. Third anniversary. 1 Goji, 2 banners again, part 1. They do double LFs this time, so 2 LFs and 2 Sparkings on each banner. So that's 6 characters for part 1. Then for part 2, we got another LF, so Revival Gohan. We got Bojack and then Trunks, and then we got like 4 EX characters. So this banner had a lot of characters. So that's, I guess, should I include the I will include Goku because he's basically a Sparking at that point. So we had 4 units here, and then we had 6 here. 10 units across the board. You know what? I'll just include all the EXs as well. You can include the 2 EXs we got on each of these banners. That would make an additional 4. So that's what, 10 units here, and then what is this? 7 units here because we had 4 Heraclan members. 7 units there. That's 17 characters in total. New characters. I guess the EX on this were kind of rehashed, but it is what it is. There's a lot of units. Unfortunately, the banner for these ones weren't that great. Gogeta was kind of underwhelming. He was decent, but underwhelming. Zamasu was pretty much the best unit out of all of these units. The Shenrons were trash. Purple View was decent. Kefla was garbage. And then here, Revival Gohan, best unit in the game. Bojack was very good. Trunks was decent, but nothing crazy. Gokua was extremely good. So, you know, the unit quality was half and half here. Then we come here. By the way, keep note that each of these banners had their respective LF and then 2 Sparking units. Then we come to this year, we get 1 LF unit, 1 Sparking unit, 1 LF unit, 1 Sparking unit, and then an Ultra unit with no other new characters. This is not how you make banners for an anniversary. You shouldn't drop just 1 Sparking unit on these LF banners, man. It just makes it feel like it's a freaking monthly LF banner. that's not what you're supposed to do. So an anniversary should drop more units that are actually good, not like this transforming Vegeta, but like this Tapion. Imagine if we had a bunch more of these Tapions, but for different teams. Like we could have had a Buhan, we could have had some buffs for GT. Like if we had Tapion level units for all those tags, there would be a much more diverse meta in PvP. And you know, Goresh says this a lot, but you know, new units does kind of equal more content, because you're kind of, you know, even if you don't pull the units, you're gonna be facing them in PvP, so you know, you're gonna have some new experiences. So having as many new characters as possible will kind of enlighten, or sorry, not enlighten, but enrichen, or like it would improve your experience in PvP, right? Now, these units, I will say that the hype level for these units probably eclipse all the other banners. Because, like, look at this. You have Dragon Fist Goku, who is a very anticipated unit, yet MUI Goku, one of the most hyped units in the whole Dragon Ball franchise. And then you have Ultra Super Vegito, literally the epitome of hype in this game. Like, this guy is literally your #1 moneymaker in Dragon Ball history. So, in terms of hype characters, they definitely delivered. But just in terms of banner quality, it's just not it, man. Like, this banner was trash. This Dragon Fist Goku banner was actually pretty decent. It had Revival Gohan, it had Tapion, it had Dragon Fist Goku. It had some pretty good units. And then Ultra banner was just god-awful, except the Vegeta, right? So, it is what it is. I mean, the banners weren't great, but the units were. They did a good job with the LFs, by the way. They're all very strong. They feel strong. They're all top 5 units in the game. So, in terms of actually making good characters, they definitely did a solid, much better than what they did last year with the 2 headlining anniversaries. So in terms of that, that's a good. But overall, as we wrap up this video, if I were to rate this anniversary, probably would give it like a 5 out of 10. Now I know a lot of people would just jump the gun and say this is was absolutely disgusting, horrible, but you know, just for the fact that we got, you know, MUI Goku, Dragon Fist Goku, and Ultra Super Vegito, and making them as good as they are, I think that warrants a bit of, you know, praise. And then there are some things that they did right with, like the last 2 anniversary raids and their rewards. And then the free-to-play units were good. The Gogeta was good. Trunks wasn't really the anniversary, but I guess we'll exclude him, but the Gogeta was good. In terms of Zenkai, I mean, the Green Piccolo is pretty solid. I forgot what the other Zenkai was. Green Spirit Bomb Goku, I think was solid. I forgot. I haven't used him yet. But they did do some good things, but it's just those small little good things was completely overshadowed by all the negative. And unfortunately, those negatives is what this anniversary is going to be remembered by. And it might go down as the worst anniversary in Legends. I don't think it might be. Maybe the second anniversary is worse. I know the second anniversary currently is like the worst anniversary right now. This might be the worst one, but I don't know. I'll give it a 5, and we'll just have to see what they have planned for Legends Festival. Hopefully they don't ruin that now, since they've, I guess, ruined anniversary. Hopefully they don't ruin their biggest celebration, which is Legends Festival. We'll just have to wait 6 months to find out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe, because that shit is so important, so don't forget. Have a great day. See ya.